first, I haven't had time to do this, and it's well past due. But I would like to thank Mr. Branton 33. He had a contest in which 130 people were in, and all we had to do was subscribe and like his video. And I won the contest, and I won this Walking Liberty. And I'm going to put it here so you can see it better here. But I won this Walking Liberty. It's a 98, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I am a fanatic for coins. I don't go back and go turn around and sell stuff when I get things like this. I'm a collector. I'm a die-hard collector. But it is a gorgeous coin. And thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Branton 33. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Branton 33. Check out his videos. He's very good. They're very good videos. I believe he's in North Carolina, if I recall. And anyway, go to him, make a comment, tell him you like his videos, and that would be good. Right now, I'm going to show you some awesome information. Alright, your best friend is old books, old maps. They're coming out with new stuff. This is a book by William Dillon Powell. It's called Houston, Then and Now. I live in Houston. Now, if you look at the picture, you'll see, a very old picture of Houston here. And I'm going to show you some of the information in it. For instance, I have my pages marked. This was in 1847. It's the Kellum-Noble House. It's the oldest brick house in Houston. You see, and there's a lot of information about this house. And if you look at it today, this is what it looks like. And so, they tell you what the address is. They tell you about it for most cases. I'm just going to randomly flip here. This is Annunciation Church. This was originally called St.Vincent of Paul. I'm sorry, St.Vincent de Paul. Let's see. The building was built in 1869. The plans were drawn up in France. You see, this is all great history. Here it is today. So you see, this is it now. And Minute Maid Park peeks over the top of it. And it looks like it doesn't give an address, but it's quite easy to find, especially if it's near Minute Maid Park. But here it was then. Here it is now. And I'm not going to go through the whole book, of course, because Mr. Dillon Powell deserves to have someone buy this book. It is an excellent book, and it just goes through what used to be and what it looks like today. And there's some great places. This used to be all dirt road. You see, this isn't very useful. Not at all. Because look at it now. It's all concrete. There is no dirt road. Now if you look closely, you can see that they're doing construction. You could sneak in there or even ask for permission, and when they dig up the cement, you could scan a hole and probably find some good stuff there. I've actually heard of people doing that in New York, under Wall Street, and have found some good stuff. I'm going to go to another one here. This is Houston's first black church, and it was started in 1865. It's Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, and they give you the address, 313 Robin Street. And here it is today. It's, let's see, the church continues to support the community. It provides food and shelter to the homeless. And I know exactly where this is, and there's actually a huge line of homeless people that stand and wait every morning to be fed at this wonderful church that feeds them. But they have just all kinds of great stuff here. I'll show you something useful. Here's Rice University. This was Rice University, and this was back in 1912. In 1912, college students were walking all around this place. Look at the bushes in the middle. And look at the little cars from way back then. Isn't that something? 1912, probably Model A's or Model T cars. And here you have it today. Look at all that ground. Wow. And if you go to your local Barnes & Noble, I'm plugging Barnes & Noble now, but if you go to your local Barnes & Noble, they have a local section. Okay, this book is the Spring Branch book, and it was written, of course, by George Slaughter. And Mr. Slaughter was actually at our Houston store, and my wife went to buy the book, and he actually signed it to me. So I have the author's autograph, which is always cool. I love it whenever people put something together and you get their autograph. I mean, that rocks. But it says, for TJ, all the best, George Slaughter. And Mr. Slaughter, I would like to thank you for that. That was really cool. This guy's like tilling in front of Star Furniture. He's got a horse and everything. It's pretty cool. The one thing that I was very interested, and I'm going to show you this here, is this church, St. Peter Church. Okay, it was built, I think it was 1848 that it was built. 1848. And they have a lot of pictures of the old, you know, the old members. This is an interesting spot. This is at St. Peter's Church. They had an annual barbecue beef dinner, and they're not sure about the date, but it was sometimes way long ago. Now, I've driven by, and I can tell you that not much has changed with this church. Not much at all. You know, it looks exactly like this. Exactly. I saw this part of the building, and I saw this part, and then on the other side there's a street. So, I mean, you know, if I had time to kill and permission, look at this. They're having a barbecue right outside the church. This whole book is about St. Peter's Church in Spring Branch. You know, from what I've seen, I've skimmed through it. You know, I mean, okay, well, here's the Saar home, and it's at 1209 Conrad Saar Drive. It was built right after the 1900 hurricane. Here's another book, and if you go to your local Barnes & Noble, they'll have a local section. So if you live, say, in New York, they'll have a New York or New York City or wherever part you live in. This was written by Anne Dumphy Becker. And the women back then were really hot. Look at her. See, I'd go out with her. She's got kind of a mean look on her face, but you know, I kind of like mean women sometimes. Not all the time. Yeah, the women back there, they look mean, didn't they? Wow. Now, you notice the bayou? That's Buffalo Bayou. And this is great because bayous are very good landmarkers. Because they don't change shape. They might get a little wider or narrower, but you see how Buffalo Bayou, it just goes right around Frosttown. I mean, that's really cool. Look, even this edge of Buffalo Bayou, the corner even has streets on it. Maple Street. These are blocks. They have like A, B, C, D. This was a settlement in Frosttown in the 1890s. So you look at these pictures and you study them. Now I can't tell exactly where this was, okay? I'm assuming that it was over here, just based by the shape of the river. I'm sorry, the bayou. This is the McKee Street Bridge. It's very famous. Okay, it was a 1900 swing bridge, opened up to allow the riverboat traffic upstream. Anyway, the iron footings of the turret are still visible this present day. McKee Street Bridge, built in 1932. I've been on that bridge. I've been driven across that bridge, but I've never been under that bridge. And that would be a damn great place for people to go. But this is a great example of how you can find everything. You know, I knew about Frosttown before I got this book, but this book is very valuable.